total leather and we'll get started. Fair catch called for and made. A first down for the offense. They'll run the option. Now the pitch. Hard running there. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
Yeah, when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receiver's got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
Makes the grab. It's Sexton. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover and pick up the first. Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on second down. He's looking to throw. Quick completion on the out route. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down.
And a really good job by the quarterback being very decisive. He saw his matchup, he went for it, he attacked it, got the positive gain. I would say he's going to find that guy a few more times today.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
I love when you start bringing linebackers up near the line of scrimmage and you start sending them because those guys have serious speed. They can come catch anybody up and down the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, you could tell, he had a good clue what was going on. He knew it was a run play, fired, pulled the trigger, came downhill, and attacked the running back.
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
Offensive linemen love to run the power. Why? You run power. You run power. Then you can play action. You don't want that defense to be sitting there saying, it's a pass, having to pass block every play. You got to keep defenses off balance.
They've worked it down to the 30. This defense standing tall, trying to force a field goal try. They'll try to get it through the air. Got his man downfield. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Broncos!
I know it's early this year, but it's obvious this guy is a focal point in this offense. After having 2 touchdowns in his first game, he gets on the board here. Doesn't matter where he lines up, they find ways to get him the football, and defenses just have not been able to figure him out.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll call for the fair catch here. Looking for a productive play on first down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
Dialing up a second down pass play. Quickly complete. Gets away from one, finds room. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Fresh set of downs after the completion. To the ground with the back. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
On second down, they'll take to the air. Got a man. It's awesome. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They look like they could execute that throw in their sleep. Quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
They'll try the run. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
Bust through behind his pad. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricane!
And I tell you what, this offense, man, we got a small sample size. We only had one game where they were unbelievable last game, but another score early in this football game. This offense is looking like a force to be reckoned with.
And they tacked on the extra point. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And they get it into the end zone on a 36-yard touchdown pass. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. Coming after it. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete on the right side. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Right back to him on the ground. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
And as an offense, having success on a run play like that early in the game just opens up all the possibilities of your playbook moving forward. Play action, running the ball, throwing the ball, screens, anything is at your disposal at this point.
Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's 3rd and short. The running back has it. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line.
And that is exactly why you stick to running the football. Haven't had a lot of success, but boom, you pop one, right? That's what you got to do. You cannot become one-dimensional and just throw the football every down. Love the offense, sticking to the run. Nice job getting the first down.
They'll get him on the ground after a pickup of 3 to the 28.
Nice run there on first down. You know, this is a running back that gets better as the game goes on. So they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football, let him get lathered up.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7.
Let's go.
They'll try the counter. Knocked down after a 3-yard gain to the 25. Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Sexton. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one.
And I like it. 3rd down and short, and this offense stays aggressive, and now they're set up. Forget the field goal. We're not looking for 3 now. Now set up in a 1st and goal, trying to get a touchdown.
Touch pass on the run. Steaming into the backfield to make the stop, and he'll lose 4.
It's now 2nd and goal.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
They've gotten pushed back, but it's still 3rd and goal.
Easy.
The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment.
Dino.
Looking to throw on 3rd and goal. He caught it. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. And he'll boot one from the right hash. He ought to be able to navigate that angle from this distance. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And with that, they've taken the lead. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
And I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Just feeds the running back. Finds his way for 3 out to the 33.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And a big play on the left sideline. Excellent awareness to get that foot in bounds.
And how about the big strike down the field? I love when offenses take shots down the field, try to make big plays. Now they're set up in the red zone.
From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Grabbed in the middle, it's Shabara. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Take the profit, right? Pitch and catch. Defense in zone coverage. Receivers got some access. Just spit it out to him. Let him catch it, advance, and get what he can get.
That last completion sets him up on second down. Give to the back. Relying on the run, he gets a couple before he's knocked down. Ball's at the 13. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. Just going to keep it after the snap. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down.
You know, we talk about quarterbacks having to make quick decisions, and I think you saw it on that play. Nobody opened downfield, and he just decided to take off.
Wide receiver shows motion. They want to throw it. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose. And I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, and really be physical. Because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
They were all over him, nowhere to go as that third down play turned into a disaster. The offense trying to find a way on 4th and goal from the 2. Looks as if he's going to run it. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Miami!
Well, I know it's a very small sample size, and we've got a lot of football to go this year, but what can you say about this offense? How explosive and impressive they look. Top 5 in the nation in scoring, and you can see why. They've got speed and playmakers all over the field.
And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead.
That makes the score. Miami 14, Boise State 10.
The kickoff team out there set to boot it away.
Set to advance on the football.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. Offense getting set for first down. Power football with the run. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
They ran it on first down, now on second. The give to the right. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. It's amazing how play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line, because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you want it.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass, locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
After the incompletion, looking at 2nd down. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the right. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. And the Hurricanes will punt this one away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
On 2nd down, just keeps firing. Gets it out quickly. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down.
And a play like that, that seems routine, but it only works if the quarterback can get the ball out on time and out in front of the wide receiver. That allows the receiver to keep separation from the defender, and the ball hits him in stride.
Gets it out fast. They stop him just a link or two short of the 1st, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. And they'll come to the line just needing a few chain links for a 1st down. On 2nd down, he'll fire. Unloads to the wideout. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Love the competitive nature by the defender on that play. That's just a 50-50 ball, and that defender swatted it away.
They're going to throw it again. He's got his man. You know this sophomore has a big arm, and there were some revolutions on that one. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket. You've got time to throw. You got a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch.
Looking for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Boise State. Talk about keeping your eyes downfield and then unleashing one on a rope.
And having a guy like that that can buy time and beat you down the field with his feet. But also, what you said is the most important thing. He keeps his eyes down the field. He's not looking to run the football. He can, but he's looking to do damage and make a big play down the field. Because he had his eyes up, he could do that.
Fair catch, called for and made. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive.
And he breaks into the open. Inside the 30. He just brought some serious energy, making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line. They'll throw it on first down. With the catch, it's Figueroa.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
From the gun, the ground game. Pulled down after a pickup of 3, balls at the 13. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. This offense has already converted once on 4th down. Can they do it again? He'll take it himself. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Canes!
Number 7.
And this offense is so difficult to stop, especially in this area of the field, because of this QB's running ability, whether it's between the tackles or on the perimeter on designed QB runs. And they show it right there.
And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
17.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Send out that offense. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every 3rd down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the 1st down.
It's hard to stop great runs. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
Couldn't ask for much more there. A 1st down, and they're down to the 42.
Well, right away after picking up a 1st down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back. And I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the guy.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on 1st down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
Comes out throwing on 1st down. Got it in the middle at Sexton. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the 1st down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
And you get more and more hits on the QB like this right there, more and more making him scramble out of the pocket to the right. That's winning. He's going to start to see ghosts. He'll start to panic. they'll start to speed up that process. Or nice job by the defense making that quarterback feel very, very uncomfortable.
They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Throws for the tight end. Got him downfield. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
Hey, it's important on offense in the passing game. You got to have balance, and I mean you got to be able to attack different thirds of the field. You got to work the perimeter to both sides. You got to let the defense know too that you're not afraid to go over the middle, and they did right there.
Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. The Broncos want to pick up the tempo. Wants to fire on 2nd down. He wants it all. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Broncos!
And that's 3 touchdowns in 2 games. Just continuing to find the end zone, continuing to make plays. This guy is on pace for a great season. He's put the college football world on notice.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll call for the fair catch here. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like 2 heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create some. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
Got 8 on 1st down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
Big 3rd down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. From the gun, wants to pass. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel in the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
They're a perfect 2 for 2 on 4th down. They'll go for the hat trick. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Makes the grab well past the sticks. All by himself down the middle. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Hurricane.
And how about that? His 2nd receiving touchdown of the ball game. Find ways to get your athletes the ball. They'll do the rest. That's number 2. They better start playing some better defense. Number 3 is coming soon.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Colorado State is in front. They've led for most of the way. However, Cam the Ram isn't exactly putting this one in the win column just yet. They're up by 7 over the Coyotes. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Going up top on 1st down. Makes the catch. It's Sexton. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a 1st down. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards, and we're in the first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open guy.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10.
29
He's going to pass. Pocket starts to collapse. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
This time it's complete. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. This defense will try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short from the 45. Running back goes in motion. Looking to throw it again. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
They're a couple of yards short of the 1st down, but the offense will stay out there on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Fires into traffic, picked off. Didn't really get a chance to get started on that return, but he has set him up at the 41-yard line.
How do you not get excited and out of your seat when you see the big boys making the little boys play? Listen, I know you DBs can do all that running around stuff and catch the football. I can too. I just do it in a sexier, bigger body. Yes, please.
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. This has been a track meet running up and down the field so far, Jesse.
It's amazing for this offense, right? Score a touchdown, go try to get a rest on the sideline. It feels like you blink and you're right back on the field having to go score another one, David. It just feels like it's going to be that kind of game.
Well, so which defense can kind of change their identity a little bit, get more aggressive? You're giving up yards and touchdowns anyways. Who can get aggressive and maybe create a turnover?
He wants to pass it on 2nd down. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Miami.
One thing this team has shown early this year, it does not take them long to find their footing. They get off to fast starts. That was critical for them winning their first game, and you've seen it here in this one too. They show up ready to go. There's no sleepwalking. I think you got to give this coaching staff a ton of credit for putting their players in good positions to have success.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important down 2 possessions, David, that they're able to score some points. And you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And such a good opportunity to cut into a 1-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the second half. Because obviously, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. He'll pull it down. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the 1st down, and he slides in safely.
QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
And the Broncos have it with a 1st and 10. Quarterback checking off. Looking to go up top on 1st down. Moving out of the pocket. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. The Broncos want to crank the tempo. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. On 2nd down, wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Oh, man, the quarterback almost just threw his 2nd interception on as many drives. He's trying to fit that football in there. It gets tipped up in the air. He's lucky that wasn't picked off.
Feeling some heat. Got the big pause on it, but couldn't hang on. Instead, it'll be 4th down.
Yeah, and this defense hadn't had a lot of success. This offense has been doing what it wants at will. Finally getting to the QB, finally getting some pressure, finally getting a big hit on him. That'll pay some dividends down the road.
3 straight misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it again. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Three straight incompletions, and undaunted, they'll go for it on 4th and 10. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Looking to the big tight end. Finds his man and they convert. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down. They're about to snap it for the 7th time on this drive. Wants to throw on 1st down. He finds his man. And this one will be stopped for no gain. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Fires to the right. The pass is incomplete and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
Yeah, and you use these running backs so much in the passing game now, and you expect him to make those plays for you, to make those big explosive plays out of the backfield. Just got to make sure he concentrates and see that ball come in.
And it's 3rd down, but they're going to go ahead and try the field goal and try to get points before the break. Absolutely perfect.
That makes the score Miami 35.
So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Looking to move it through the air. Fires into traffic, intercepted. Got room on the return. And he'll be brought down, and that's how we'll end the 1st half. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Miami 35. Boise State 27.
We're ready to get it started here in the 2nd half. Fair catch called for and made. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the 1st half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it. Oh, look out. There he goes. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43.
How about the left side of the line getting off the ball, creating some holes for that running back to get through, make a big play on the handoff to the left.
When something works that well, you might as well go right back to it. I mean, they showed no indication that they could stop it.
I like to go back.
Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes a stop. From the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10.
Get set, get set.
Leaves it with the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Nice play by the defense, but now is a time they've got to be more consistent. They allowed this running back to go off in that first half, and moving forward now, they've got to try and take this running back away.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
That middle linebacker just wanted it more, man. He came right up the middle. He was able to beat across the offensive lineman's face and work his way to the QB.
Already well within field goal range. Wonder how aggressive they'll be on 3rd and long from the 22. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Got his man on the right. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. The holder will put it down on the right hash, a 33-yard try. Field goal is good. And that will extend their lead even further. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Notre Dame has the lead currently, but it hasn't come easy for the Golden Domers. They're in a tight one right now. They're up by 7 over Liberty. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on 1st down, make that 2nd down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. He's looking to throw. Pulls it in. It's Sexton. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense. New set of downs after that completion.
42 Spider, 4-2 Spider, Yankee blue, Yankee blue.
He'll come out throwing on 1st down. He'll try to do it himself. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yards. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
Pulls it in. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, offensively, they knew they were going to have some matchups they could take advantage of in this one, and all of a sudden, this quarterback has now over 300 yards passing in the game. Defensively, David, he's got them on their heels.
And he's been showing you a little bit of everything. He can throw it all over the field to all different receivers, to his tight ends, to his running backs. Really has the ability to spread it around, and now over 300 yards. Still some time left, and he can put up even bigger numbers. And, heck, go chase some awards, man. Get some postseason awards. Get an All-American. Just put up a day.
Got it.
Didn't connect last time. Let's see if they throw it again on 2nd down.
Here we go. Ready.
From the gun. Give on the inside. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
On the double.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal.
Bring it.
Wants to throw on 3rd down. Setting up the screen. Touchdown Broncos! And they add 6 more to the board that trip to the house. Now they'll try the two-point conversion and try to crawl within 3. Snap in the shotgun. Throw into the end zone. It's picked off.
The attempt at the two-point conversion is no good. That keeps the score. Miami 38, Boise State 33.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Set to kick off.
He'll call for the fair catch here. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting them.
2nd and 2, and 4 receivers spread all over the field. Give to the running back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
When a running back has had as much success as this guy's had so far, listen, defense has got to cue in. They got to cue into him. He's priority number 1, number 2, and number 3. That's a good start to maybe turning this defensive effort around.
Quarterback run is part of their game plan. And they're able to get a 3rd down stop here. See if they go for it on 4th. And the offense will stay on the field. Do you think they're just going to try to make the defense jump? And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down. In their own territory, but completely undaunted as they go for it and make it on 4th down.
And it's crazy. I don't even think you have a second thought anymore. Even in your own side of the field, like, what, I'm going to have bad field position? Nah, I don't really care. We're going to go for it. We're going to play the numbers. We're going to be aggressive.
They'll go to the ground. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on 1st down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good 2nd down.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. Snagged in the middle. It's Brown. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the 1st down.
Really nice job there by the quarterback understanding it's blitz, and not just that it's blitz, but knowing whether it's man coverage or zone coverage behind the blitz. You've still got to know where your answer is going to be based on what the defense is doing in the back end, and he add the answer to the test right there.
And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep 3rd downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on 1st down.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Motion from the offense. Quarterback will keep it. Smashes through. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
When you're a defense, it is stop the run first. That is your first responsibility. It makes the whole game easy. And right now, they got it going on the ground. The defense is going to have to change something up. These little tiny dink and dunk, dink and dunk. You keep doing this, they'll go all the way down the field on you, so you might want to get a little bit more aggressive.
The Canes will line it up on 1st and 10. These DBs going to give a little cushion. Got him looking run. He wants to throw. It's complete to the right. At the 20, he's got space. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown,
This coaching staff was trying to identify playmakers on offense early this year. How about the start of the season this guy has had? Scored in their first game. He scored early in this one. Defenses up to this point don't have any answers for this guy.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
45. Boise State, 33.
Oh, he's going to take a chance. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14.
First and 10.
The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tied.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put it on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And he knocked him down after a gain of 3 to the 23. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a 3rd down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Throws to the wideout. Makes the grab. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
Got his man. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
One of the things that makes this quarterback so dangerous is how accurate he can be when he's on the run. And he's a guy that's looking to throw. He's not looking to take off himself. Showed you that accuracy on that play to get the first.
Receiver looks it in. It's complete. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. 1st and goal, and this feels like their chance to make a game of it. They're trying to slam it in. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Boise State.
Well, I know it's early this season, but it's obvious already. This guy is a major weapon in this offense. Had 2 touchdowns in his first game. He's now on the board right now. What a difference maker and a playmaker he's going to be this season for this offense.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. North Carolina is in front. They've led for most of the way. However, Ramses isn't exactly putting this one in the win column just yet. They're up by 8 over San Diego State. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day. Guys?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. He wants to throw. Finds his tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
They'll go with the 5 wide out set on 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. He lobs one high down the left side. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
There's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
Getting some heat. Zings it complete to the right. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Miami 45, Boise State 40.
First down to start the drive after the break. The corners are walked up tight. Back to the air one more time. Gets it to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, they got the running back out on a route one-on-one. He's got to do a better job separating, though. Just not a good enough route so that when he caught it, he got tackled right away for a gain of no yards.
Now on second down. He's looking to throw. Pulls it in. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. He threw that one with some serious heat. This senior quarterback doesn't need a lot of space to get it in there. And the Canes have their offense in high gear. Leaves it with the running back. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. He's looking to throw. Quarterback floating away from pressure. They finally get him on the ground, but not before he rips off enough for a first down.
Sometimes these guys just have eyes in the back of their head. You saw it right there. He was able to buy himself time, get outside the pocket, and at that point, I think the decision was pretty easy. Hey, I can go get this with my feet. He was able to do that. Now they got a fresh set of downs.
The Hurricanes come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Open space at the 25. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22.
And busting big runs like this, we always talk about the running backs, but it's the big boys up front paving their lanes, those receivers gluing on those DBs that make these plays really go for big yardage.
And how about those receivers? Not just the glamour of catching passes, but doing some dirty work, too.
No doubt. When they get on those guys in the second level and get on those DBs, that's when you break those big, long runs.
Breaks the tackle.
Running back on the ball carry. Picks up 3. Second down coming up.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. A run for the quarterback. able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
I think they called that knowing they weren't going to hit a home run. So why would you call it that? Well, you call it so third down becomes an easier down. It's not third and long where I have to pass the football. Now all options on the table.
Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. Got enough space, and he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Hurricane!
Number 7.
The identity of this offense is their ability to run the football. They're doing that in this game. That's now 3 rushing touchdowns on the day.
And with the extra point, the lead is a dozen here in the fourth. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Boise State, 40.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Boise State ready to send out that offense. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out. You need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer now is on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their wind.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. He's looking to throw. Right on target this time. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up to this point of the game. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute in a 2-minute situation and give ourselves a chance to win. Let's go do it one play at a time.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Firing to the right, complete. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
3rd and short now. They snap it from their own 46. From the gun, wants to pass. Grab near the sticks. It's Sexton. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40. They absolutely had to have that 3rd down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get the 3rd down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
Floats it out in space. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. And the Broncos will hustle to the line.
Great job by the quarterback thrown against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
And some room to work. He's finally stopped, but a big play there with his feet as he moves those sticks.
This guy just gives you nightmares. I mean, he's just got so much electricity. He just pulls it down and chews up yards like it's nothing. That's a quarterback. A quarterback doing that to your defense.
Buying some time. Lets it go to the end zone. And it's incomplete as he was trying to finish the drive with a score.
And you just got to wonder if the pass rush affected the QB's accuracy on that throw. He had his guy wide open in the end zone, but he had to throw it a split second faster than he wanted to, and the ball got away from him.
And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Broncos! exactly where the momentum was, and it looks as if Uncle Mo might have switched sidelines and switched families.
And momentum is such a big thing. It's such a real part of college football, isn't it? You can just feel that right now. It just felt a few minutes ago like this game was over, and all of a sudden, this team, they're believing in themselves. They've got some wind. They've got some hope. Their defense now needs to get the football back and keep that momentum going.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on second down. They want that clock to run. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. He's looking to throw it. That's caught. It's Figueroa. Slips one guy, and now he's loose. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Miami!
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they want, and now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
Trying to find his man on 1st down. Throws to the tight end. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming. 2nd and 10 here. Wide out in motion. He's back to throw on 2nd down. Grab near the marker. It's Sexton. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37. The Broncos moving quickly to the line.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
He's going to run it. We hit the 2-minute warning, and this offense is desperate to make something happen and do it in a hurry. And the Broncos with the 1st and 10. He's going to pass. They're bringing heat. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
That's another example of just really good football. This is why they've built the lead here in the second half. Nice job pressuring the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, coming into somebody else's building and keeping it really, really quiet.
Going to work in the red zone, they can pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Looking to pass on second down. This time he's got it. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can pick up the first without scoring. Going for 6. Touchdown Broncos! And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting on them.
And that's step one. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now we got to go get the stop. We got to get the football back. We got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
They got one of the touchdowns they needed, and they'll try to get the ball back right now with the onside kick. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. One possession game, getting late, first order of business, just take care of the football.
So they call this situation 4-minute offense, where you're trying to run the football and throw high percentage passes to maintain possession and bleed the clock. This is a very difficult point of the game to execute at a high level, David.
Yeah, and listen, what you understand as an offense is if I get 1 or 2 first downs, this ball game's over. And that's your sole objective. Not scoring, take care of the football, get a few first downs, walk out with the W.
Finds his man. It's Figueroa. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
Quarterback keeper. Went to the running game on third down and picked up 5, but still a couple of yards short. It's 4th and 2. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They have the lead in a one-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow, but this carries big-time risk on 4th down. He's not going to get there, and they'll have to give up the football.
And as a defense, that's all you can ask for. Give the ball back to your offense. Yes, you're still down. You gave them a chance. They got the football. They got some time left. Now can they put a drive together? Maybe go tie this game. Maybe go win this game. Great stop by this defense.
The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. There's plenty of time to work with here, but they have to be highly efficient in their attack, Jesse.
So it comes down to the quarterback position too, Reese. Don't let the moment get too big. Play within yourself, David, because this guy's practiced this situation before.
No doubt. Use the sidelines. They're your friend. I don't have to take deep shots, throw beyond the first down marker so I can stop that clock for a little bit and possibly use my timeouts.
To the air on first down. Grab near the marker. It's Sexton. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. They'll snap it from the 30 on first down. Looking to move it through the air. Pressure coming. He'll pull it down and run.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Trying to get to it. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and that's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
He makes the connection. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. To have any chance to pull this game out, they have to convert on 4th down here late in the 4th. He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. He's got it, and they convert. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. Plenty of fireworks in this one. A lot of points. They always talk about having the chalk last, and it seemed like whoever was on offense had the last laugh.
It's amazing how much offenses have just boomed in college football. So good, so many ways to hurt you, and you saw both of these offenses put on a show today, Jess.
Dave, we talked to both of these coaching staffs, and their defensive coordinators were losing sleep all week. They knew this was going to be a tough task ahead of them. So much speed, so much firepower on both of these offenses, and man, we saw that here today.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.